What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking more about the trade deadline because, it's coming soon and there's a lot of new moves that could potentially be made. And since you clicked on this video, you probably looked at the title and you realized we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. And they always have a lot of trade talks around them, but today I think it's actually really realistic with the Lakers, and it's not like too out of the water, if you know what I mean. And the first thing I actually want to talk about is how a tweet from NBA Central says, the Lakers have shown little aggression in their trade talks and are not eager to part with their future first-round picks. And they're actually in a similar boat to the Warriors, as they kind of have older players that they want to compete now, but they don't want to give up their whole future to compete now, kind of in that same realm as the Warriors, right? However, their team is, honestly, I'll say as a Warriors fan, their team is better than the Warriors right now by a good amount. But that's for another video. Let's talk about the Lakers and who they could potentially trade for, because we've actually got some good sources and good reports from this. And someone who's actually on the Lakers radar right now, who is actually very interesting, as you see in the title, Lonzo Ball. And if you're an NBA fan, the Lakers drafted him with the second overall pick in 2017, and he wasn't necessarily someone who they thought he was going to be for their organization, but he was a major trade asset for the Anthony Davis trade. So he did kind of help their franchise in that bit. But I think trading for Lonzo Ball could actually be really realistic for the Lakers, as he's having his worst season statistically, and he's on the Bulls. So the Bulls don't really need an older point guard, or I guess above average age point guard. They kind of want younger guys. And Lonzo Ball, like I just said, he's having his worst season. 6.5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 36 from the field. That's not really great numbers. And I know he's coming back from a really long and horrible injury, but the Lakers could get Lonzo Ball for a really low asking price. So depending on the contract situation, whatever that trade detail would look like, the Lakers could probably get Lonzo Ball for an older player who doesn't play, or anyone who doesn't play on the team, and then maybe a second-round pick at most. I don't think the Lakers will need to give up that much to the Bulls, as the Bulls are kind of trying to get a reset right now, as they have a lot of players on the open market right now. So that's that, and it kind of leads us into this next point, as the Lakers are also interested in Nikola Vucevic. As Brett Siegel from the NBA quoted, late Thursday evening, league sources informed Clutch Points that the Lakers are still highly interested in Bulls center Nikola Vucevic. In fact, it would not be crazy to call Vucevic one of Los Angeles' top targets ahead of the trade deadline. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the Lonzo Ball news, as they're on the same team. They both don't really fit the timeline for the Bulls. And the asking price around those two would not be high at all. Maybe some above average role player on your team, and then a second or two for both of them. I don't really know exactly what the price would be for them, but I don't think Lonzo Ball or Vucevic would require that much assets for them, And I think Lonzo Ball would kind of just be a throw-in in this trade, and he'd kind of just be a plus. The Bulls really have no business having a mid-30s center and a point guard who's coming off a major injury, averaging 6 points on 36% shooting, right? The Bulls don't need those players, and if they can get anything, maybe a couple seconds, that'd be a win for the Bulls, and it'd be a win for the Lakers. So I think these trades are actually very realistic and could really happen before the trade deadline. And I think the Vucevic trade actually helps a lot, as Anthony Davis actually had something to say on a podcast about the Lakers and how he's a little bit unhappy with the situation. So I'll play the video and you guys can make your own judgments there.
What more can be done with this roster? Are you satisfied with the roster? Do you feel like you guys need some more here?
I think we need another big. I feel like I've always been at my best when I've been the 4. And having the big out there, we know it worked when we won the championship with JaVale and Dwight. I'm at the 5 and I'm at the 4.
So when one of your superstar players says that they want a center on the team, as a front office, you should normally trade for a center. And Anthony Davis does have a point, as the Lakers did win a championship last time they ran bigs besides him. AD has always loved playing power forward, and he always liked a center next to him. So it's not really surprising that he would say this, but this also kind of convinces me that the Lakers actually might get Nikola Vucevic, and Lonzo Ball being added to that package makes a lot of sense. So let me know what you guys think about these trade speculations, because we've had real legit NBA sources tell us that the Lakers are interested in these players, so it makes sense, right? And it's not like the Lakers will break the bank trading for these players, so it all makes sense. So let me know what you guys think in the comments again. Like the video if you haven't, and that's really it for me today. So goodbye.